Well, it was another game that was kind of could have gone either way there after, I guess, the first 2 innings. It was kind of nip and tuck through the middle. I thought Braden, after getting off to a little bit of a rough start, really settled down and got a little bit stronger as the game went on. Certainly had better command, and he kind of changed the way that he was going, about the hitters, attacking the hitters a little bit in the middle part of the game, and I think that held him at bay a little bit. And then Reed Scott came in and threw the ball extremely well. And it was a big game for us from a pitching standpoint, obviously, because we needed Braden to go deep into the game because our bullpen was stretched a little bit thin last night. And Braden obviously went deep into the game, and then Reed was able to finish it off. So obviously a big win. All of them are in this league. And hopefully our bullpen will be a little bit fresher tomorrow, and we can come out here and play maybe our best game of the weekend tomorrow. That's what I've challenged our guys to do.
Questions? Matt?
Chad, it seemed like the bottom half of the order really had a strong day. Just what did you see from those guys, some of those guys?
Well, I think, one of the things that's pleasing to me is, we're finding ways to win, and Jones is scuffling a little bit, Destino's out of the lineup. And we're beating some pretty good teams without those guys clicking right now. And we need somebody to step up. And obviously, Cullen with a big hit there in the first inning, and TJ's been giving us a really big boost of energy all weekend long. If we don't have TJ playing this weekend, we might have lost the first 2 games. So he's played terrific baseball for us. And so that's one of the things that tickles me as I sit up here analyzing the weekend is we're finding ways to win. We're a little bit banged up. Jonesy, he's a little bit banged up too and not performing like he has, and yet we still found ways to win, and that's very pleasing to me.
John?
Braden called that double play in the second inning, one of the best he's ever seen. It seemed like a really good defensive game for you guys. Was it as clean as it appeared, and what were your thoughts on the double play?
Well, there was a couple of things from a defensive standpoint that kind of stood out to me. I don't know. It feels like they had 15 stolen bases against us tonight. I think how many they had?
They had 4.
They had 4. We got to do a better job of that. But we try to pride ourselves on making it hard for our opponent to score. And generally, we did a good job of that today. Braden made some big pitches after they stole a few bases on him. Yeah, that double play was terrific. We want to pitch and play defense. We want that to be the backbone of our team. If you do those 2 things on a regular basis, you have your chance to win your fair share. And I think for the most part, that's what we've done. I think our ERA going into this game was atop the SEC, so we've pitched. And our fielding percentage, I'm sure, is in the top half of the SEC. So when you have pitching numbers and defensive numbers like that, you have a chance to win. And that's kind of what we've prided ourselves on. That double play was awful. It was fun to watch those guys play in the middle. Those guys are, I get to see it. I'm a lucky coach. I get to see it every day in practice. They do things that haven't been done around here since the Mooney and Bingo days. So it's fun to watch those guys.
Man.
Marcus said the rundown wasn't really planned. Can you just take me kind of through your emotions of what you saw on that play?
Well, no, it wasn't planned. And we wanted him to run on the ball in the dirt, which was he got the ball in the dirt. But he made a mistake by stopping halfway. He kind of said, "Oh crap, I've screwed up." But they didn't want to throw the ball to second in that situation because we had a runner on third. So he didn't commit to running to second base and draw the throw to second. He kind of stopped in the middle. But he hustled his butt off to make it work. And luckily for Marcus, we had a guy that can run at third. And but generally what the play was wanting to be is ball in the dirt, take second. If he throws it to second, TJ's going to go, he's going to score. But Marcus didn't execute it at first, but he made up for it by staying in that rundown as long as he could, and TJ made a good break there at the end.
Colin?
Only 2 of the 7 runs today were earned. Just what to say about this team where they can kind of scratch across runs in maybe unconventional ways and still win?
Well, we battled, and I don't know how many We only struck out 3 times today. That kid's pretty good, and you know, I think we struck out twice today. But I'm not going to comment on that. So we battled at the plate. We were scrappy. We forced the defense to make plays against us, and they had a couple errors there that gave us a little bit of life. And obviously the 4-run inning there in the first, you know, all started with a drop fly ball. And so we got a scrappy bunch, and we're going to have to be a scrappy bunch when Jones and Destino are scuffling and not in the lineup. So we're going to have to try to get creative in the way that we score. And